was a surprise to me that the 16 tackles I didn't even know.
So you're not out there counting, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I thought I just maybe had like 8 or 9. I was surprised.
You have one shy less than Coach Papinga did in 2007. Quite a remarkable accomplishment. When you look at playing in that manner, is it just a day of preparation that allows you to play that way? I mean, what has allowed you to be so successful in the middle to get those type of stats?
I think I know I put an emphasis on that day to just kind of relax and not worry so much. A lot of times, sometimes I'm, trying to get a hold of my wife and see how my kids are doing sometimes. And I just remember that day I just kind of told my wife I kind of want to keep to myself today and just kind of see how it works out and see how that routine works. And I'll probably be doing that more often, and hopefully my wife doesn't mind.
Is do you physically feel more fit now, better? Is that less of a distraction physically where you can actually not hold back as much?
Well, I think I've been banged up lately. I've been injured here and there, different spots on my body. My legs get sore at times, but I think just last Saturday, or Friday, I think it was just my mind being able to just kind of be free, and I think the coaches did a great job preparing us for that game, and so we were able to play. I was able to play fast, not really much on my mind, but exactly what I need to do.
You play a totally different offense this week. What's that going to be like preparing for Georgia Tech?
A lot of running, so our front seven's got to be ready to come out and play. They like to just run that option and triple option and just kind of shove it down your throat. So we just got to come out, be ready to fit up with a lot of linemen, which is going to be tough. Probably be banged up after the game, but hopefully it'll come out good.
Which would you prefer to face as a linebacker, a team like this or a throwing team like maybe you've seen?
I've never really thought about it. I like teams that throw. I like to be in coverage a lot of times, but I also like to come down and be able to stop the run and hit somebody.
Looking at what Georgia Tech was like last year versus this year, what things did you really learn about that team last year that helped your team succeed?
Well, they basically are in one formation almost the whole game, and then our play calls will be very few. We won't have very many play calls, and that'll allow us to play fast, just like last year. I mean, you know, the calls that we're going to be getting are gap assignment sound, and once we get the call, we know where our gap's at, and once we get a reaction from the offense, we hit one gap or the other. So with Mendenhall's game plan, we'll be able to play fast this week, and hopefully it'll work out for us like it did last year.
Is speed really kind of the key in defending an option attack?
I think everybody's just doing their own job. Everybody has their assignment. And, if you have the dive or the quarterback or the pitch man, if you know what you have, then everybody will be fine. We'll be fine on the defense.
What do you got, the dive?
What's that?
What do you got?
So just depending on certain calls.
Where are you going to be banging your head all day long for the most part?
It's either the dive or the pitch man.
Yeah, for the dirty work.
You guys had a pretty dominant performance last year, holding them to 157 total yards. What can you guys do for an encore?
I mean, we just got to get in the film room. The coaches have a great game plan to start off with. We're kind of going off from last year. Last year it was kind of like from scratch, but this year we're kind of a step ahead, and hopefully that'll come out on Thursday. We'll be able to know what we want to do and go out and be able to perform on Saturday.
Bronco just told us he loves the challenge of facing an option offense. Have you noticed that in him this week? Has he got a little more spring in his step, or what have you?
It's kind of hard to notice anything in Mendenhall's character. He's kind of the same. He treats all games as it's the most important game. But yeah, I mean, I think this week, if anything, I think he really emphasizes the gap assignments, and just if we're all assignment sound as a defense, then we'll be fine.
Wani,